Welcome back to the online education. Today we're going to walk through a beginner flow sequence. The only requirement for the sequence is that you can do a solid bridge. If you cannot do a solid bridge yet, and you also don't know how to come there, make sure to check out the structured baseline of my movement education courses and platform, as well as I'm sharing a lot on my social media channels about it. Yes, let's go to the sequence. It sustains out of three elements. The first is a can opener, we have an active bridge and a side roll. So the first thing we have to do is the can opener. And the first step of the can opener is to jump diagonally in front of us. If you jump to the right, the right arm is also the first arm which is hitting the ground. If we go to the left, it's opposite. To make it more continuously directly is when we make this diagonally jump and we sweep the leg diagonally in front of us. Now we continuously keep it going and we sweep through that arm which is first going to the ground. Then you come into this position where your legs are both behind you and you lift your hip up very strongly, like here. So one arm stays on the ground and you basically look up. Make sure to practice both sides. Okay, if you're in this position, now we can, with the available arm, place it into a bridge position. To break this down, what is important over here is we look at this left arm, we're basically spinning on that arm to make or to unlock the space to get into this bridge position. As you see, we're basically spinning on the palm of our hands. From the side, one more time. So in this case, I'm also really looking all the time to my hands. Just to be aware about what is happening there, balancing wise, and you also spot yourself into this movement. To practice this and get a bit more of muscle memory, you can make repetitions of the active bridge. So your body gets used to it to get into there in an active way. Also in this case, for the sequence, it is very handy to practice it in combination with the can opener. Now we're going to the side roll. In this case, we are using a side roll in this sequence. Just to break it down, we have the hands placing on the ground, and we really want to roll from the first moment that we get into the movement, which starts with the fingers. So we're rolling with the left side, the left hand with the fingers rolling from left to right, and then the other hand. What's really important is that from basically a semi-plank position where your knees are just not touching the floor like here, we're bringing in this case, the left shoulder directly to the hand on the ground. In this position, you can imagine a horizontal line which walks over your upper back, a new pathway which you can walk through and roll over basically. When you roll it over, you will end up on the other shoulder when your hand is in the same position as your other hand was landed, and now you can push yourself up. Also, to get more muscle memory in here, make repetitions with it. Roll around, go from right, do 10 repetitions right, 10 repetitions left. If you're familiar with it and more used, you can use this variation. What they're basically doing is the same, but now when you put your hand to the ground, your left one comes overhead, travels to the other side, and the other one follows also overhead. And then you bring yourself towards this low squat position. Yeah, one more time. So normally we would keep the hands close to each other or close to the upper body. And now instead of keeping them, we are making a pathway with our hands overhead. First the left, then the right. And in this circular motion where you're already in, you can come to this low squat position. Also, to make this the most familiar for yourself, your body, is to make repetitions with it. 10 times right, 10 times left daily. Then we're going to paste it to the others. The can opener, the active bridge. When you come out of the active bridge, directly get into this side roll variation, ending up in the low squat. Basing it all together, enjoy the flow. That's it for today. If you're struggling somewhere, I would recommend to get back to the single element. Practice it for at least 3 times a week. Then you will make sure you improve there. And the more you do it, the softer, the smoother you will get into it. The less you have to think, the more muscle memory there is. The more you can enjoy the flow. Yes, thank you for watching today. Don't forget to like, subscribe. It's always appreciated. And see you at the next class.